Hi, now we'll go over the instructions for the diet and wellness assignment. Let's go to it through modules. You'll sign in, and you'll go to this diet and wellness. You can purchase the access code by clicking on this. You can buy it, you can share it with a colleague, but you do need this in order to complete this assignment. Here's where you will submit the single document containing all the forms, which I will go over with you. Some more information. Important, you need to submit this on Turnitin as a single document. This is very important. You can either combine all the forms with Adobe Acrobat or try something here. Click on this link called PDF SAM Basic. And about the access code for the assignment, please read this information. I will show you in a second, for those of you that have MindTap, how to access the access code. There will also be accompanying this a short video from the publishing company itself. Our book rep is Tom Benedetto, and he has sent me a short video on using and accessing MindTap. And without further ado, let me show you what that means. For those of you that are using MindTap, then click on Human Nutrition. You'll sign in, and you'll go to this little apple with the plus sign. Now I have the instructor site, which you're seeing. Now let me go through the different forms. This is an overview of the documents that are part of this assignment. The Diet and Wellness Activity Collection forms. I need 3 of those. The Form 1, the food intake records, Forms 2 and 3, Form 4, Form 5. I don't know if you've noticed yet, but on each one of these I have please use whole numbers. This is my type A assignment. Formatting is really important. So I will be available up till a week before the assignment is due to go over your project with you, to look at it, to kind of eyeball some of the content, but mostly the formatting. Unfortunately, people tend to lose points on the formatting because you know where to find the information for the discussion. Please let me help you make sure you do that correctly. You have discussion questions. I'll show you the references against which you will compare your averages. A form that says look like me, because if you're not going to be handing in the posted Form 1, but we'll be using a modified spreadsheet, this is what it should look like, not like this. And on the due date, submit 3 collection forms, 3 of Form 1, Forms 2 and 3, the discussion. Do not submit the data. Data collection forms look like this. You can write down what you eat on the left and your activity on the right. You don't have to write down every single thing that you're doing. If you don't do anything during the day except go to class, then you don't write much. But if you're exercising, if you're bike riding, if you're taking a walk to be active, this is where you would include that. Here are the reference values that you will use to compare your averages to. These are the nutrients that we're looking at for which there is a recommended daily intake. You will submit 3 of these. This is information you will get from the Diet and Wellness program using the access code. Here are Forms 2 and 3. You will take your totals from each of the 3 days, add them up, and divide by 3. You'll then take that number, put it at the top of this form, get the information from the standard sheet, and calculate your percentages. Form 4 is where you calculate your percentages of your macronutrients and alcohol if you are drinking alcohol. Form 5 is your energy expenditure. Up till now, you've calculated your energy intake. On this form, you will calculate your energy expenditure. This is one of many formulas that are out there for calculating energy expenditure. I picked this one. They're different for males and females. You will choose which formula you are using. You will use an activity factor based on the activity that you submitted with your collection forms, and you will determine your energy expenditure. Please only submit parts A and C with your final calculations. Here are the discussion forms. Please include the questions in your final submission. Some of these questions, yeah, there are a lot of them, but some of them are one word or one number answers, like what is your 3-day average intake, calorie intake? Sometimes I ask you, is your intake in line with the recommendations? If not, what suggestions do you have? Specific suggestions should include specific foods or behaviors that will answer the question. And at the end, I ask you to tell me what you think of your diet. Please don't look like this form. This is everything with lots of decimal points. Don't look like this. If you decide you're not going to fill in the Form the Form 1 that's online, and you're going to take your spreadsheet and format it, this is the format you should use. Now, these include nutrients that we are not using. Please just include the nutrients that I've asked you to include. Because we're not using alpha tocopherol. I'm not asking you to calculate iron, so be sure you follow the instructions. And I think that's it. So please, if you have any questions, let me know. And remember, I will look at this up till 1 week before it's due. All right, good luck.